you got to ask yourself, did Israel pay for the older millennial to go to Israel to make pro-Israeli content?
So I was repeatedly told that if I like Israel so much, I should just go there. So I went there.
I'll take things nobody ever said for 1,000, Alex. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever said, if you like Israel so much, you should just go there. Because that's not what the problem the world has with Israel is about. And maybe the older millennials' cutesy little made-up slogan is the product of the fact that Israel has tripled its PR budget in an effort to address the disaster of an image that the government has caused. You know, trying to wipe out an entire people will do that. But you see, my bearded friend, the issue with Israel isn't that it's oppressing its own people, but that it's oppressing everyone around them. This is the problem with Israel. And this is the problem with Israel. And of course, this is the problem that most of the world has with Israel. Anyone who sees no problem with the systemic violations of international law carried out by the Israeli government will not have any problem being in Israel, because the problem is experienced by the millions of non-Israeli citizens being displaced because their homes have been pulverized. And it's felt by those who live in territories that continue to be occupied in spite of international court decisions, and whose land has been seized by others who call themselves settlers, as if pretending to be the first to arrive. So please, do us all a favor and stop. Nobody's ever told you, if you like Israel so much, why don't you go there? What we're trying to tell you is, if you think there's no problem, why don't you pretend to be a Palestinian civilian and spend a week in Gaza? That is what we're trying to tell you.
Now, let's just deal with that last part first. Of course, Joe's not going to go to Gaza and pretend to be a civilian there for a week. That's never going to, he doesn't have the balls to do that. But given the fact that the nation of Israel has amped up tremendously its PR spending, given the fact that they are desperate to have as many pro-Israeli pieces of content on social media as possible, given the fact that Joe has a large audience, and given the fact that we see more and more content creators from both sides of the political aisle, mind you, taking a paycheck from somebody or something that is politically motivated to either make content in favor of something or not make content against something, it is not out of the realm of reality to ask, do you think Israel paid for Joe to go there and do pro-Israeli content? I guess the next question would be, will we get a chance to see the Israeli police body cam footage when they have to tase Joe and he pisses himself again?